Hey, what's up YouTube? This is Youthman. In this video, we're going to be looking at two sets of banana plugs from GLS. We're going to be looking at their SafeConnect banana plugs as well as their black chrome. But before we get into the video, if you're into home theater, audio, and video, hit that subscribe button. And don't forget to hit that bell notification so that you'll be notified when the next video drops. Now I want to give a big thanks to GLS Audio for sending me both sets of banana plugs to review for you guys. So before we get into the unboxing, if you follow this channel, you know how much I love banana plugs. Now banana plugs will not increase the audio quality of your setup. Now what it will add to your system is convenience and organization when you're connecting and disconnecting either your speakers, amplifiers, or the back of your receiver. So over the years I've owned a lot of different banana plugs. I'm curious to see how well these GLS measure up to what I'm used to. So enough talking, let's jump into the unboxing. Okay, so here we have the Generation 4 GLS Audio. These are the SafeConnect, and these over here are the black chrome. And so we're going to go ahead and unbox these. Now, I want to show you something. Over the past, probably, I don't know, maybe 10 years, I've loved these Monster Cable banana plugs. Now, I want to show you, they look almost identical to the SafeConnect. So I'm curious to see how they compare with these. The only problem I don't like about these, the Monster cables are expensive, and I'll share with that in just a little bit. But let's take a look at these GLS Audios. So let's lay these down here. So there's a staple up here. I'm not going to undo the staple. So what I'm just going to do is pull this plastic packaging out like this. And then what you can do is just slide that out. I'm going to lay that there. Do the same thing with these. Now you see here we've got some extra set screws. So we'll lay those off to the side. I'll show you how to use those and what those are for. Alright, so here we have both sets. So you can see there's quite a bit of difference in height. So we'll take this out. We'll take one of each out here. And set these off to the side. Alright, so there we go. Let's take a little bit closer look there. Alright, so here we can see there's quite a bit of difference in size as far as height for the Quick Connect versus the black chrome. So let me go ahead and show you how to get these set up. Alright, so I've got a pair of Monster Cable banana plugs here, and like I said, these look almost identical to the GLS SafeConnect banana plugs. So we're going to uninstall these, and then I'll show you how to install both sets of these. They install a little bit different, so we'll take a look at both of those. So the first thing you want to do to uninstall these, we're just going to twist this top cap right here. I've got them on pretty tight. And then you'll see we've got them just, the strands of wire just kind of folded over. I'll show you how to do that. So I'm just going to pull it straight out, lay that off to the side. So we've got our bare wire there. Do the same thing with this one. Unscrew that. We'll just pull that out. Okay, so now we have two pieces of bare wire. Now what I typically recommend is take a pair of wire snips. I just always like to start with a fresh end. So I'm just going to clip those right there. And then what you're going to need is a set of, you can do it with a knife, but it's a whole lot easier if you got a pair of wire snips. Now this is about, I think it's 16 gauge, so it's pretty small. Maybe 14 gauge. I'm going to try 14. So I usually try to do maybe about a ½ inch, quarter of an inch to a ½ inch. Now, I don't know if you can see this, but there's actually a really small, real thin kind of inner sheath. So I'm just going to pinch real easy, but you can see this right here. Just a piece of plastic that goes over that. So make sure you strip that off or you're not going to get a good contact. Just going to pull that off. Same thing here. There we go. All right. So now we've got our bare wire, and honestly, that's probably a little too long for my taste. So I'm going to trim that up just a little bit. Something more like that. All right, perfect. Okay, so basically what we want to do is we're going to take our GLS SafeConnect. We're just going to untwist the top brass part from the bottom. And what you'll notice with these is you've got a hollow barrel, and then up here you've got these little teeth. You see that right there? So what we're going to do is we're going to feed. So this is what I like too, is they're labeled. So you've got a blue or a black trim around that one, and then we've got a red one here. So I typically use the red with the positive, and on most speaker wire you'll have one wire that has some writing, or sometimes there's a white line. So in this case you can see this right one has some writing right here, so that's going to be our positive. And it doesn't matter if you use that as the positive or negative, just as long as you do it the same on the speaker terminal end as well as on your receiver end. So we're going to use it as a positive, so we're going to feed it up through the bottom. And then all you're going to want to do is make sure it comes up probably about, what, 1/4 of an inch. And then we're just going to fold a couple strands down like that. And what I try to do is go all the way around it. I don't just fold it down all together. I grab a couple strands, fold it down to the left, couple strands, fold it down to the right, front and the back. Once you have them all folded down, then we can take the top and we're just going to screw it right on, just like that. Now, I've shared in previous videos about banana plugs, this style is probably my absolute favorite. And the biggest reason, a couple of reasons, you've got this rubber kind of jacket around here on the bottom. So that'll help keep two of them from touching together and kind of shortening out. So I like that, but I definitely like just the durability. I mean, those things are in there, they're not coming out. And the biggest thing though is the ease of installation. I mean, I can install these things super quick. So we'll just show you real quick. We'll uninstall that, slide this up through the bottom, kind of flatten those together, slide it to the bottom, fold it over, fold it over, fold it over. Just keep folding it over till you get each side kind of pushed down. Take the top, twist it on, and boom. So those are done. So I really like that. Now I'm already liking what I'm seeing. These really look and feel pretty much identical to the monster cable, but the benefit that I see with these are about half the cost of the monsters. So I have a feeling we're going to be replacing a lot of my monster cables with these. So that's really sweet. Alright, so man, they look great. And like I said, these will handle up to, I believe, about 10 gauge. So this is real pretty thin wire. This is only 16 gauge. I typically run 14 gauge in my theater room. I'll post some links down in the description to some wire that I recommend. Most of my wire I buy from Monoprice. It's been quality wire. This is really just an old piece of wire that I had from a long time ago. This is a monster cable, but it's just really thin. So I recommend getting a little bit thicker gauge. It's not going to cost you a lot, especially with Monoprice. But they've just been a great company. I've been using them for years. So, okay, well, let's go ahead and uninstall these. And then I'll show you how to do the black chrome banana plugs, because they install a little bit different. Gonna just twist here. I'm just going to lay these off to the side over here. Alright, so with this style, you actually are going to want to twist these. So just twist both of them. Just kind of get those strands all together. Just like that. And then what you're going to do is you're going to twist up here where this bronze part is, and this top. This disconnects like that. We're going to lay that off to the side. Now what you'll see on this style you have this real small set screw. So GLS actually includes in some of their packages this little handy dandy small flathead screwdriver. So what you're going to need to do is just, you don't want to remove this, but you want to unscrew it enough to where you can feed that wire right in there in the barrel of it. Now, one thing that I do a lot, I tend to forget, is make sure that you put this on your wire prior to screwing this in. So we've got, this is black, so we're going to use the one that's not the writing. So we're going to use this one over here. So you're going to slide this barrel on first. And if it doesn't go down far enough, you can always separate your wire like this by pulling on it. Then what we're going to do, give that a little twist. I'm going to slide this in here. And again, this will take the same gauge wire, I believe up to 10 gauge. And then we just take the set screw here. Tighten it down. So you'll notice these take a little bit longer, but they don't take very long. And you just want to tighten it down. That's nice and secure. And then we're just going to slide this barrel up and tighten it down. Just like that. Take the other one, do the same thing. Unscrew that. So we need to loosen this set screw right here. Now if you happen to lose some, they actually included several extras for you. So that's nice. So just feed that in there. Nice and snug. Give it a little tug. Make sure, see what I did? I do this every single time. So guess what? So this is just a prime example. I forgot to put this on. So that just means there's additional practice here. So we'll loosen this up. Pull that off. Slide the barrel over the wire first. Then, sometimes like I said, you got to twist this right here. Slide that in there. I'm going to loosen it up just a tad. That way we can get the wire all the way in there. Tighten down our set screw just like that. Slide the barrel up and tighten it down. So looking at these, man, these are really nice as well. Both of these are really nice quality. Let's see, we got this over here. But as you saw in the picture, the biggest difference, the SafeConnect, they do have the rubber base down here versus this aluminum base. I believe it's made out of aluminum. And then the other biggest difference is the length. So if you can see here, you got a lot more, almost twice the amount of length here. So to me, these are really great all around, especially on the back of your receiver, because sometimes if you've got your receiver inside a like an audio cabinet, you may not have a whole lot of room in the back before it hits that back wall. And so these are a great fit for that because they don't take up too much depth. So these, like I said, these by far are my favorite style. They're just really, really quick, really easy. And what I found with the Monster cable, these don't really ever get loose. Now I've had them for years, so I'm curious to use these over time to see if these little prongs get bent in. The good thing is you can take like a razor blade, pop it in there and bend these back out if they do get loose. But we'll kind of test those out over the next month or two and find out, how well do they do. They, continue to remain tight. So there's just a quick look of how you install those. And then what we'll do is I'll grab a speaker here and I'll show you how to connect those, which is pretty self-explanatory, but we'll just kind of take a look and see how tight they fit. All right, so the first set we'll plug in is the SafeConnect. All you do is push those in. Man, those are super tight, which is actually a good thing. There we go. So you can see, man, they're really snug in there, which is a good thing. You don't want those pulling out because you could definitely short something. So that's what I love about the convenience of banana plugs. Simply just push it in, pull it out. Now we'll check out the black chrome. Man, those are quite tight. Man, oh man. Tell you what, those aren't coming out. Okay, guys, now that, good golly. All right, let me do it from this way. Okay, there we go. All right, so those are a super snug fit, so they're not coming out. I could probably hang the speaker by these cables. Well, probably not, but you get the idea. So they're really snug in there. And they'll probably loosen up a little bit over time. But those are a great fit, man. So I love the way these look. Seem like they're really nice quality. So definitely, I'm excited to use these. So if we take a look at Amazon, we can see the monster cable connectors that I typically have purchased in the past. These are kind of expensive. If you see here, we've got 2 pair of monster cables for $13.99. So that's almost $15 for a pair. Now if you choose to use the banana plugs on the speaker end as well as your receiver or processor end, you're going to need many sets of these depending on how many speakers that you're running in your system. In my system, I have 11 speakers, so I would have to take 11 times $13.99. That's a lot of money just for banana plugs. So if we look at the cost for the GLS SafeConnect, you can see here that they run $15.97 for 4 pair as opposed to 2 pair. So for about the same price, you're getting twice as much, which is a great value. And for even more savings, Amazon has a 20 pack for only 30 bucks. So you're getting 10 pair of banana plugs. And if we look at the black chrome series, you can get 4 pair of those for about $15. Or again, if you want to buy a multi-pack that has 20 pair, you'll pay about 30 bucks for 10 pair of banana plugs. So that's a significant savings over the monster cable that I've recommended for years. Alright guys, well there you have a look at the GLS SafeConnect as well as the black chrome banana plugs. Now if you're currently not using banana plugs, like I said, I'm a big proponent of banana plugs. They clean up the organization, especially on the back of your receiver. They make it super easy and convenient to be able to connect and disconnect, especially if you like trying out different speakers. And another benefit is you don't have to worry about having small pieces of wire that are touching other connectors. Once you get it secure, it's locked into place and it's not going to come loose on you. So if you're considering banana plugs, I definitely consider these. They're definitely a cost savings over the ones that I have used in the past, which are the monster cable. And so I'll post links to these as well as these down in the description below. There's several others that they have. They've got some locking banana plugs. You may want to check those out, and definitely go check out their website. They've got more than just banana plugs. They've got speaker wire and cables, some different things. So go check out GLS and see what they have to offer. Well guys, I'm gonna wrap up the video here. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, smash that like button. If you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe because I produce weekly content on home theater, audio, and video. Well guys, as always, you be blessed, and we'll catch you in the next video.